Hey everyone.
Hi.
Oh, your video's not on. We just see
Let me see video. Yes, you're right. Hey everyone. You might have to take a little bit of time understanding my accent. It's a little bit strong. So, what are you guys up to? So, you guys know a little bit about me and my background?
Yes.
Okay, I born and grew up in Argentina, Patagonia, way south from here. We call it the land of the wind. In matter of fact, I grew up on the coast as a fisherman. My family was in the fishing business. I have a twin brother who's exactly the same as me. And when we turned maybe 16, 17, we decided then working as a mountain guide was to be our future. And we, I guess at quite young age, probably you guys' age, we wanted to climb Everest. We found a book. I call it The Power of the Book. We found a book about climbing Everest, about the first ascent of Mount Everest by Hillary in Tromsø, Norway, 1954, and we wanted to be that. We wanted to be the climber standing on the roof of the world. And that's about it. So, what questions you guys have? I know you have a few, maybe.
What was the question? Why don't you ask yourself? Why don't you go to the camera? Why don't you go one at a time? Just sign it through. Okay, hold your chair still, guys.
Hey, you!
What's the most dangerous expedition you've went on?
How we can describe danger? I want you to tell me what is, for you, what it would be a dangerous things to do.
Like life risking or
Like risking. Okay.
Yes.
Well, sorry, I never get your name.
Allie.
Ellie. So for me, a dangerous thing to do is just, it's hard to explain it because in the mountains I feel safe because I spend so much time living over there. Is where I feel safe. But if you put me in a big city, I don't feel safe. So, but to answer your question, I had to say that each trip, every time you're going up in the wilderness, it is certain levels of danger things to do. You have nature is a strong thing. If you don't respect nature, you don't respect nature. If you not make your homework, it could be extremely dangerous. So Mount Everest is really a danger, but so far I never been involved in an accident. So I have all my toes and fingers. I never lost everything. Look, I have 10 of them. Yeah, I have few close encounters. But New World was for me the closest encounter with danger. I guess it was San Francisco. Just I was in the wrong time in the wrong place, and I was pretty scared. I was involved in an accident, and I wanted to go back to the mountains after that.
Yeah.
That answer your question?
Yeah.
Good. What was yours? Hey, what's up?
Oh, okay. My name is Allie.
My pleasure, Ellie.
What was your hardest thing you have ever done, like climbing or anything?
The hardest thing I ever done. I have to say that Everest the first time, and back in 1999, many years ago. I'm not sure if you were born by that time. Um, and then it was hard because uh, it's a big mountain. Everest is the biggest mountain ever, and I didn't know too much. I was more like, wow, Everest finally! All these years dreaming about it. I mean, imagine when I was your age and I have this book in my hand, and I was looking at pictures about this mountain, about the Sherpas, about everything. And suddenly, you know, 20 years later, or 15 years later, I'm there. I was afraid about everything because I didn't know. So, yeah. And then when I made it to the summit, I was just, wow, that wasn't that bad, but it was hard.
Okay.
That answer your question?
Yeah.
Good. Any other questions? Okay, bye, Ali.
On any of your expeditions, did you ever just think about giving up?
Oh, that was a good question. What's your name?
Alex.
Alex. Oh, my brother's Alex too, but Alejandro actually. Anyway, Alex. Yes, obviously. You get really cold. You get tired. You're tired sleeping in a really cold tent with minus 20 degrees, and you want to be at home and have a good dinner and, lay on the couch, watch a movie. But, as you have, when you have a hard time, you think about the good things. And that's just how you pass the day. You pass the hard moment. When you're afraid, you're cold, you just feel sick, you just think, well, it's okay. It's momentary only. It's just only one day or a few hours, and then tomorrow is going to be much better. And I know that if everything worked perfectly, I will be home in 3 weeks, and I'm going to be seeing my dog, and everything's fantastic. So definitely, you always think about when life is tough. You just, it's for you. You have a hard day in the school. You want to go home and hang out with your family, but just you work it out. Good. Any other questions? Okay. No, she's gone.
What? How many different countries have you been to?
And what's your name on the armor?
Carter.
Rotor? Okay. That's my passport. Look, let me see. That is a visa from Nepal. That's from, let me see here because a lot of countries. Okay, I have Bolivia, El Salvador, Argentina, Chile. And I had to add extra pages because I ran out of pages my passport. Russia, Ecuador. Well, I've been many countries. I lost account. Let me see because I have. Where is this? El Salvador, Chile. Yeah, I have. More Nepal. I usually travel maybe 10 countries a year. I was, for example, last year I went to Tibet. Tibet's, China, but it's Tibet for me. Tibet, Russia, Tanzania, Kenya, Argentina, Chile, Switzerland, France, Norway. Yeah. I get tired.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi.
Nice shirt. What is the kitty on
Okay.
Yes.
We're focusing on a question in school,
Yes.
and it's like, what's true survival?
What is true survival? Ooh, okay. True survival is when you're going to spend, you have one Oreo cookie for 5 days. That's all the food you have. And you need to grab that Oreo cookie and share it with all your friends. And that's all the food you're going to have for 5 days. Think about it. It's just like you had to divide that cookie with all your friends and enough so you can eat a little piece of that cookie for 5 days straight. Is when you so cold, you no longer feel your arms, like you wake up in the morning is you have to go to school and it's so cold. Then everything hurts and you just want to stay in bed and not move. Is when you true survival, yes, is when you're really afraid of everything, and yet you get so much strength of yourself, then you do things you never thought were possible, like dividing an Oreo cookie with your friends for 5 days straight to share it with. That's all the food you're going to have for 5 days. That is just when you do everything, then there's no way you can think it will be possible. Make sense?
Yeah.
Good. Excellent. Bye-bye. Any other questions? She has one. What's up? Check 5.
How many expeditions have you been on?
How many expeditions have been on? Whoa. Well, I have summited Everest 11 times. I've been in the top of Everest 11 times on 12 expeditions. But I've been doing expeditions all of my life since, I have to say, younger than you. When, like, I born in Buenos Aires, the big city, it's the capital of Argentina, okay? But when I was 6 years old, my family decided to leave the city and we went to a place where the population was 8. That's me, my family, and that's it. Nobody else. I have a penguin as a pet, I have a dog, and I have a couple goats and 10 chickens. And our closest town was about 40 miles away, and it's only having 30-something people over there. So we live in the middle of nowhere. We didn't have friends, but with my twin brother, we were going on expeditions all the time, walking all day. We're going camping for 3 or 4 days at a time, fishing to, if you want to eat, you have to go and fish. So that was we started doing expeditions at quite young age. When you guys at your age, that's awesome. How often you can hear that you have a penguin as a pet. Yeah, he followed me everywhere. Bye-bye.
Ethan has a question.
No, I don't.
You! With the pen! Sit up!
No. Someone else have a question?
Ethan.
What was your last expedition? What was your last expedition?
My last expedition was exactly 3 days ago. Yes. I was in Colombia exploring the rainforest of Colombia, the jungle. And the jungle is so thick over there that just to do 300 feet, it might take an entire day. It's just the plants, and it just is so thick, you can barely move. But it's beautiful, it's birds everywhere, all types of birds, all types of hummingbirds. But then, Colombia has one of the biggest tropical glaciers in the world. I will have to say the last tropical glaciers in the world. The mountains are in the 16,000, 17,000 foot range. And you start the climb quite low in the jungle. In every, let's say, 3,000 feet, you cross I call a weather line. So you're going from deep jungle to they call the cloud forest, which is a forest always covered in cloud. You know that, and then you go into the paramo, which is this when there's not enough air, so there's no more trees. It's just only grass. And then after that, you go into the Alpine Desert, where it's so high up, it's not enough oxygen, so there's no more plants. And then you get to the glacier, and we climb 4 volcanoes. It's beautiful. I enjoy it. Meet the local people, meet a lot of aboriginals or tribes of the area of the jungle, and I get to learn a lot about this area. And tomorrow I go into Argentina to climb a 20,000 foot peak. I call it Cerro El Plata. Yeah, I don't want to go. I want to stay here. It's good skiing.
Where's your twin brother now?
Damien is, as we speak, he is flying back from Colombia today. He departed last night, and he's arriving in the next hour and a half. And he will be here for 10 days, and then he's going to Chile. And his next big, trip for him is he's going to go into the Amazon rainforest to explore about they call the Boiling River. It's a river who's coming out directly from underground, from hot springs. The water is about 81 degrees. So it's pretty hot water. And it's a river, except that it's really hot. Almost you can cook pasta in the river. Yes, it's beautiful. But to be able to go into this river, you have to get a special permit from this holy man from this tribe, called Chama. And you have to spend a few days with this person, this holy man from this tribe, and he will decide if you can go on to visit the river or not. It's a pretty unique trip.
Thank you.
Good. Any other questions? I know that you with the pen, you have one question.
Katie, say his question.
Ah,
I have a different question.
What country do you live in?
I live here in the United States in Salt Lake City. That's where my home is. I'm not spending that much time in my home yet, sadly enough. But it's okay. I moved I moved to the United States in 1991, and I've been living since then here. Who has more questions? Hey, what's up?
If you don't want to go on your expeditions, why do you?
If I don't want to go on my first visit, well, sometimes you want to go. Sometimes you don't want to go to school. Yes. Yeah, the mornings, but you have to, and it's good. It's necessary. For me, it is my job. I have responsibilities with that. So sometimes, yes, I want to stay at home. But just, I had to tough it up and go. But you need to understand, I love my job. It's a really unique job, lifestyle, and I feel more in comfort at an expedition than in the city. So I go.
Any other question? I think we'll have time for one more, and then we'll be conscious of his time.
I knew he has one question. Hey, you are? Nice hairstyle, by the way. It's kind of the same as mine.
What's the longest time it's taken you to complete an exhibition?
Normally Everest is 60 to 70 days expedition. Normally. Yes, we start, the trip started by end of March, and it takes 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks just to get to base camp. And that's between traveling to, it takes 2 days flying from the United States to Nepal. And then it takes another 2 weeks to walk from Kathmandu. You do a really short flight from Kathmandu in a small airplane, and you land it on this mountain town. In front of there is about 2.5 weeks. Yes, or 2 weeks. Sorry, from base camp, from where you start hiking to base camp. Once you arrive at base camp, you have another month of preparation and adapting to high altitude. Because the higher it goes, less oxygen per se. So you have to adapt your body to the lack of oxygen. So it takes, again, another month to do that. So that will take you all the way to first week of May. Once your acclimatization process is finished, some of you guys know what the jet stream is? What is it?
The jet stream.
Oh yeah, the jet stream.
So you guys, who can explain about the jet stream? You! With the pink hoodie.
That's you.
She doesn't know what it is.
Okay, so the jet stream is this current of wind, really strong, in over 100 miles per hour. It always goes from west to east. Okay, and for example, the airplanes tend to fly in the jet streams because they move much faster. Okay, and usually they are in a 30,000 foot range. It's about 30,000 above sea level is where the jet stream is. Because Everest is so high, we get affected by the jet stream, and we cannot climb the mountain. We cannot reach the summit when the jet stream is on top of Everest, because you will keep blown away. The wind will grab you and blow you away, and you just 1 second you're on the summit, the next second you're flying, and you don't want that by any means. So the jet stream will move from Everest between in the second and last week of May. It's only 3 days a year. Let's say 3 to 10 days a year with the children will move away from Everest. So to say that is we always come to summit between May 15 and May 30. Every year is the same. It's not going to change. And like a lot of my summits that happen May 18 and a lot of May 23rd. The latest summit is May 29. So once we summit the mountain, we going to descend, and it takes another week to go back to Kathmandu. So by June 2nd, we are back in the U.S. But on the other hand, the longest expedition where I spent in a tent, living in a tent, no moving, was in Pakistan, and this rock spire they called Triangle Tower, and it was 22 days living in a rock wall. Yes. I lost 24 pounds, and I'm skinny. I was just like this. I lost a lot of weight. We eat in one Cliff Bar a day. I wish I had Oreo cookies because Brett didn't have it. So yeah, good.
Awesome. Well, Willie, we'll be respectful of your time. We just wanted to thank you so much for taking time to chat with us today. These guys learned a great deal, and we'll definitely share these with the other classes for them to learn. And they're still trying to piece together the answer to the question, what is true survival? And this just gives them some more food for thought to kind of ponder. So thank you so much for carving some time out of your crazy schedule to speak with them.
It was a pleasure, guys. Thank you so much. Bye. Talk later, okay?
All right. We'll see ya. Thank you.
Were you recording that for the other team?